Hello, everybody. Good evening to you. How are you? So, I just finished up making a special song for Goose Chuck. I hope you guys enjoy it. It was done completely in fun. We like to go back and forth, Goose Chuck and I, and she likes to torture me on her channel and also on the Two Girls, One Flirt channel with a Name That Body Part. Goose Chuck, because of you, I cannot look at animal pictures anymore without feeling a sense of unease about what comes next. It's your fault. Anyway, so I'm here to react to the Twitter peeps. For those who are wondering what Chantal's been up to, well, not much. She was talking for a long time about her birthday and make it a big deal about her birthday, and then her birthday came around and I was keeping an eye on what was going on. Not much. She rented a car. She drove around, literally just driving around to different places and showing off places from her childhood and even the rock that she allegedly did stuff with a homeless man. Yeah. Yeah, sounds exciting, doesn't it? Yeah, real exciting. Real exciting way to spend your birthday. Although I will say there is absolutely nothing wrong with being alone on your birthday, doing what you want to do. But considering the way that Foodie was talking about her birthday, you would have thought that she would have done something exciting or fun, because it is your birthday. But all she did was drive around, showing places that she's shown before in the past, talking about old childhood stuff. She also went out with Pete's, watched that live too. They sat in the car talking, boring, very boring. And then the live abruptly ended. And then she deleted it. A lot of people had questions about why she would delete the live. There was speculation that maybe it had to do with a comment that somebody made about something that happened in the relationship that Foodie had with Pete's. Pete's got Foodie pregnant twice, and she chose to abort her children, their children, and maybe that's why. But in the live that Foodie did today, her reason, she said, for deleting the live was because she didn't have permission from Salah to be with Pete's. Although, in my opinion, I don't think Salah would care. Even if he did care, what's he going to do about it? He's in Syria. What is he going to do? Stop talking to her? He barely talks to her now. So what was the big deal? I mean, he's in Syria. He's with his family. Who knows what he's doing? So why would Foodie care? Anyway, there's all kinds of stuff to go over on Twitter. So I want to sit down and catch up with the Twitter peeps. Not going to go over her lives because you'll see the reasons why when we get to the Twitter peeps. She's doing a lot of B moments, a lot of overeating. It's really out of control. And speaking of her birthday, I think that Foodie had specific plans for her birthday, but she did not get what she wanted. I think she might have had plans with you know who, and she didn't get what she wanted because she was kind of in a crabby mood today, really crabby. And if she had gotten what she wanted, she'd be in a much better mood. And she certainly wouldn't be doing the stress/coke eating. But we're going to go over that with the Twitter peeps. So I hope you guys enjoy. Tell y'all what. Hey, Booger. Hey, Booger. It's Queen Booger. Hey, baby. Come here. Queen Booger is here. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. All right, guys. You guys know what time it is. It is time for the Twitter peeps. All right, it is time for the Twitter peeps. Let's just switch on over. I've been collecting things today. Yes, I have. So for those of you that are on Twitter, that you would like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you not on Twitter, without having to go on the Bird app, all of the clips, all of the opinions and feelings of girl world and the goings on. So let's start here with a post courtesy of Bad Seed. Here's a picture of Chantal. Hey, Booger, how you doing? You know, Chantal, I'm not here to fat shame you. I'm just giving an observation as a outside person, not you. That looks painful. That looks real painful. I mean, and I say that as someone that even just being 20, 30 pounds overweight, it was painful for me. I can't imagine how painful that is for you. It looks really painful. Your clothing is very, very tight. And can we have a conversation about the fact that you wear pants that the legs are too long? That is a tripping hazard, ma'am. You do realize that by walking on your pants that you risk a fall injury, right? Yeah, and you might want to get those pants hemmed up. Okay, Carrie S2222 says the Canadian Golden Girls sitting in the car on her birthday discussing what they ate, how her bowels moved, and if he enjoys living alone in one room. It's the Village's Cornwall style or Cornwall edition. Not my kind of party, but you do you, boo. So yeah, the lot that she did with Pete's, not exciting, definitely not exciting. They were just basically babbling on and on and on. She, of course, brought up food, lots and lots of food talk, brought up her bowel movements. And did she really ask him if he enjoys living alone in one room? I mean, she's in her apartment. Isn't it kind of the same thing? There's nothing wrong with living alone in one rented room. I mean, she's all alone in her house, but can't she really throw shade at him for living alone in a room when she's kind of doing the same thing, just in a bigger space? But yeah, that live was boring. And the hat she's wearing, can we talk about the hat, the chicken hat? That is a choice. I wouldn't go with that choice, but hey, you do you, Chantal. You do you, okay? Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty genuinely sick of the same redundant content. She's constantly shoveling day after day while screaming, "This is Wendy's," and screeching BG. Keep killing your channels and limbs. So this is exactly why I am not reacting to her lives, y'all. Like lots and lots of food, lots of eating. We know who that's for. We know who she's catering to. It's more than obvious. Speaking of food content, something interesting happened today during one of her lives. Somebody asked her if she would do private content, private food content. As a matter of fact, in these Twitter peeps, you guys are going to see a comment from somebody saying, "Hey, I love to see women enjoying food. Would you be open to doing paid content?" And she outright denied that she did it, although we know what she's doing. $250 business videos on Cameo. I mean, come on now. So somebody was asking, "Hey, can I pay you for content?" And she said no. So she's still denying that she does it. Somebody also brought up Hungry Fat Chick, Candy. And Chantal said, yeah, like Candy does content. Candy is open about what she does. And that's why nobody has a problem with it. But Chantal does it, and she denies that she does it. And yet I don't know why. Maybe because it's a source of shame and embarrassment that she does it. Maybe that's the reason. But yeah, Chantal outright denied doing the Foodie content when it's obvious that she's doing it on social media. So moving on, Florida Salt and Sass says, do they get off on paying diabetics with fatty livers to unalive themselves too? Her haters are her own audience that either want her unalived are working doing that to themselves and getting their validation from her. So here's the comment I was speaking about, and thank you, Doc Remy LeBeau. Doc Remy LeBeau says we have an actual Foodie in the chat, folks. Yep, and here they are. Leo Valverde says, okay, I'm just throwing this out there. If I offer to pay you to eat a specific food or amount, would that interest you at all? I love seeing beautiful women enjoy food. So this is the kind of audience that Foodie is going for. She doesn't want a regular Kick audience or YouTube audience or Twitch audience. Her channels, wherever they may be, they're strictly fetish channels. You know, the regular people coming in that just want to see regular content, that's really not what she's going for. She is tailoring her content to attract certain kinds of people, people with certain fetishes or interests, people that may be PDF files, who might be attracted to and like her adult baby content, people who have the feety fetish, people who have the fart fetish, people who are into poo. I mean, she does things with purpose, our girl. She's not just over there being gross for no reason. She knows that if she does it on social media, where there's a big audience, there's a great chance there might be a fetish guy in the audience who might enjoy the public content and want to pay for more private content. But here's proof about the feeties being in the audience. Yep. Yep. So you're not catering to the feeties, are you, Chantal? Well, clearly they found you on Kick the same way they found you on YouTube. And you're not telling them to go away. You're not telling them, no, I don't do that kind of content ever. Ew, what are you doing? You know, you just keep doing what you're doing because you want to make the money on social media and off. And I heard about this comment. Bubbles and Cheek says, this is what Foodie said. Quote, this chicken is as dry as a 9-year-old cooter. What? Foodie Beauty, you are a sick F who deserves the health downfall coming your way. Yeah, that was a really, really odd, really nasty comment. Like, ew. Ew. Why would you say something like that, girl? What are you doing? Doc Remy LeBeau says Chantal says she got in trouble with Salah for hanging out with Peeps for her birthday, and that's why she deleted the stream. She was trying to hide it from him, but alas, she's eternally stupid. Again, I don't think he cares. He's in Syria right now. There's conflict. I'm sure he has trouble getting online or watching her or doing anything in particular with the internet and with her phone. And she's just putting on an act about why she deleted it. But let's watch.
There was a few reasons. One, I was talking about like Ozempic and my appetite and stuff, and then I just don't want to risk it. And then Pete's talking about stuff. I don't know. That's Pete's, whatever.
Okay, question. So you're saying you deleted the stream because you were talking about Ozempic, although you've been on Kick for how long? And you're over there doing the bee eating on Kick, which is now a big no-no, and you're continuing to do it, but you were worried about talking about Ozempic. Does that even make sense? From what I've seen, Chantal, I don't think Kick is going to get rid of you anytime soon. As much as they need to, as wise as a decision as it may be to get rid of you because you are a bit of a risk, I don't think they're going to. I've seen some of the things that they allow on Kick, and I think you're at the bottom of the list as far as priority to get rid of somebody. But you're over there doing the bee eating when you shouldn't and talking about your eating issue, and they still haven't clocked you on that. So I don't think that's what you were really worried about.
The salami stuff, maybe I thought. And then, like, if Salah heard him talking about that. And then, yeah, I didn't tell Salah that I was seeing Pete, so So he messaged me today. You saw Pete's for your birthday without my permission. And I was like, permission?
S- Anybody that knows Foodie Beauty knows that she doesn't need permission for anything. She's a very headstrong person, is Chantal. She's going to do what she wants to do, regardless of how anybody feels, whether in the room or not. Whether it's Salah or Nader or her family or anybody, she doesn't listen to anyone. So why would she care if Salah wagged his finger at her and said, "You shouldn't have done that. Bad girl. Bad girl, Chantal." Yeah, he wouldn't have cared. What does he care if you're out with Pete in the car? The two of you aren't even legally married. You had a loophole marriage that ended after about a week. So technically speaking, you are a single woman. So you can see men. And just sitting in a car, that's no big deal. Moving on, Doc Remy LeBeau says, well. What is that in the back seat of the rental? She keeps insisting that she's not eating that much, and we know she likes to have bee moments in the car. Yeah, what is that? That looks like a fast food bag. And judging by the look on her face, did she have herself a little accident in the car? Holy crap.
Anti-capitalist Canada's NDP. Avi Lewis, a self-described anti-capitalist.
Like she just looks like she's having a bit of a hard time, doesn't it? I know that she had herself a little bit of an accident, and that's because of all the overeating. And Chantal, you're over there taking metformin and insulin, and you've upped your dose for those Zempic before you should. You're playing a very dangerous game, ma'am. Treating your body like a cocktail glass. Your pancreas is probably giving you the middle finger as we speak. I also heard through the grapevine that your system is so messed up that you're basically pooping bile. This is not good. You might cause your pancreas to shut down. Jess says, this is not to fat shame Foodie Beauty. This is a disbelief post. How is she still alive? Her body looks physically uncomfortable. She has some sort of body dysmorphia. I disagree. I politely disagree. Body dysmorphia, you don't see how you look. You honestly can't see it. I think she does know how she looks because she uses the filters on the phone and the clothing and the camera angle. So she is aware how she looks. She just, sometimes she cares, sometimes she doesn't. There's no way she can't see herself and isn't scared. Well, if she does feel any kind of fear, I think she pushes it down and says, well, I see how things are. I just don't care. I don't care to change. I don't care to get healthy. She's just given completely up. This is what giving up looks like. This is a picture of giving up on oneself and not giving a doggone. This right here. When you say to yourself, it's too hard, it's impossible, I can't change. When you say that, you are the fulfiller of your own prophecies. Rubber Crazy Troll Band says she's heavy breathing, feeding BG human food with the excuse she's a growing kitten, and her eyes are darting around trying to think of an excuse about sex with someone. Well, I don't think she's going to get that. I think she wanted that on her birthday. I think maybe she was hoping a certain somebody would ring her bells. I haven't seen evidence or hints that she got that, because if she had gotten her bells rang by you know who, she would have been in a much better mood. Like, you can always tell when Chantal has had a little bit of action. She's in a fabulous mood. She's practically bouncing off the wall. She's singing songs. And she always passes hints that she was with somebody. I mean, this is a Chantal way. but she's just in a grumpy mood. I don't think she got what she wanted for her birthday because she's been cope eating more since then. Aw, here's a post from Sarah May saying, I took my dog to the groomer for the first time and they sent me this video. Well, it looks like Puppers is enjoying the groomers. I don't think the groomers will ever have a problem with that dog. The dog seems to be enjoying their spa day. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Just like that is the face of bliss. What a good boy. He's getting a bath. Good boy. Nature and Music says Mama Cow shows her gratitude towards the kind man who helped her deliver her baby and saved her. All cows are just basically dogs that give milk. Cows can act like puppies. They really can. They can act like big old puppies with horns and udders. And this mama cow is showing her gratitude towards the man. And look, she's trying to cover up her calf. She's like, let me cover up my calf. Aw, good mama. But obviously this cow and the man have a great relationship because normally animals like cows, they tend to hide their young. It's an instinct. But the cow is very comfortable with this man and saying, you can go ahead and touch my baby. I trust you. I know that you're a guardian too. Moving on to Raised Dactylion, saying, this is the person telling me to get a life. Oh Lordy is shorty, says, me all of the 2020s. Let's watch.
Well, this is how I look now. I mean, I'm old. I'm in hijab, and I let myself go, and I don't really care. Actually, to be quite honest.
Chantal, I'm 55. You're what, 12, 13 years younger than me? Darling, 40 is the new 30. Didn't anybody tell you? You can be as young as you want to be, regardless of the digits behind your name. You're only as old as you feel. I'm 55. I don't even feel 55. It's just a number. Who cares? But you have decided that 40 means you're decrepit, I guess. But it's because of the way you're living your life. You are deciding the happiness or the sadness of your life. You're making these decisions. You are the architect of your own life. You build it the way you want to, you live it the way you want to, and you're living what you built. But let's hear that again.
Well, this is how I look now. I mean, I'm old. I'm in hijab, and I let myself go, and I don't really care.
Well, you weren't lying right there. You have let yourself go. But if you cared, while you're on this side of the grass, there's always room for change. Once you reach the other side, well, then it's game over. So you're acting like the game is over. Well, if you want it to be, then it will be. But it doesn't have to be that way. Unless you decide it is, which it sounds like you have. Again, this to me, this sounds like she's completely given up. She's saying, I quit. I'm not going to try anymore. I'm just giving up right here, right now, and what will be will be. Okay. Your decision. Completely yours. And yes, I made a song for Ghost Chuck. And it's on my channel for those who want to watch it. A Tone Knob says another feeding stream from Foodie Beauty, and she's being extra delusional today. claiming she's a married Muslim woman when we know that's not true. She's a single woman dressed up as a Muslim woman. There's a huge difference. I can't wait till this farce implodes. I really wish it would. And not because I'm a big old meanie head. The truth needs to come out. You know, it's time for Chantal to come out of her Delulu bubble and get back to reality, because this ain't it. It's not good for her to live in this Delulu bubble. Not at all. Fondue Spiteful Beach says Chantal is a miserable, housebound person who wants to isolate herself and eat herself to blank. Who are we to interfere? Well, we can't interfere. None of us can. I've taken the position of I am just an observer. Girl world, we are just observers. We are just watchers. I mean, what choice do we have? We can't do anything. We can't help her. Her family can't help her. Pete's can't help her. Salah couldn't help her. Nader can't help her. So what can you do in a situation like this? Just watch and wait to see what happens. She's deciding I want to come online and broadcast my life. So we are just simply observers and watchers to the whole thing, because there's not a doggone thing we can do about it. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, Foodie Beauty, if anyone feels like adding to the reporting collection, here is Chantal Sarraut admitting Salah El Rafai will try to enter into Montreal or Ottawa, Canada. Will he? Let's watch.
That I'll probably just park most of the time anyway. Honestly, if Salah does come here, I would rather wait for him to buy one or when he's here.
Okay, girl world, we need to have a serious talk about this situation. I don't think Salah is ever getting to Canada. I really don't think so. I mean, under what conditions would he be able to come here? And would he want to come here? Truly, would he want to come here? I know that there's conflict in the Middle East. I understand he would want to get away from the conflict because it's not nice over there. It's rather hostile. But if he came to Canada, if it were possible, what would be his life? He would be under Chantal's lock and key. She would have him under her foot. He'd be locked in a room with her all day, all night. She would drive him absolutely batty. She would be possessive and controlling and jealous. And he could even use the bathroom by himself without her following him into the bathroom to make sure he wasn't on his phone talking to other women. And I think he knows that. I think he knows if he came to Canada somehow, she would make his life an ever-living hell. I don't know how he would get to Canada anyway. He would need a sponsor. Who is going to be his sponsor? Who is going to be the guarantor? She can't be the guarantor. Her finances are all messed up. She's got bankruptcies on her record. She couldn't step forward and say, hey, I'll take care of him. I'll guarantee that I can take care of him. So if she can't be the guarantor of him, who is going to be the one to step up and go, I'll be his sponsor? I don't think anybody else is going to do it. So I think we're safe from Salah coming to Canada. I really, really think so. Debbie's World says, she doesn't seem like she got laid, to be honest. She's still in a terrible mood. And I don't think he would lower himself even for $100 to find a way to have relations with her. She's become bigger since he might have seen her in November. Yeah, I don't think that she got what she wanted for her birthday. Days before her birthday, she was talking the horny talk, saying she wants to get jiggy. Well, I don't think she was able to get jiggy. I think the person she wanted to get jiggy with refused her and said no. And she just had to take it and accept it. I think the whole reason why she got the car was for him. It doesn't make sense why she would get the car just to ride around with Pete's when she made Pete's take the bus the last time. So she just got a car to drive around town. and be bored and go get fast food? Nah, she got it for you know who. Lori says, Foodie Beauty, Brooke, better be careful. So here's a comment from Brooke saying, why do you have a setup if you don't do feedy content? Why indeed, Brooke? Why indeed? Why? For those in her chat that you are not feedies, y'all need to wake up. You really, really need to wake up to what's going on here. Chantal's been doing the feedy content for years. Literal years. She didn't get onto YouTube with that intention. I think she just wanted to do the mukbang content because that's what was trending at the time. And then because of her doing her mukbang content, the feedies found her. And they started reaching out to her versus her Instagram. And she's like, oh, what is this? People get into this. This is an actual fetish. And then she became more educated about it. And then a light bulb went off in her head. I can do fetishy stuff on my channel. And if I don't go too far, I won't get caught and nobody's going to know. And not only am I doing regular content, but I can appeal to the fetish guys, and the fetish guys have money. And then off she went. But why indeed, Brooke? Why would she have a laptop, and why would she have a ring light in her room? She's filming content. What do you think those $250 cameos are all about? Business videos, she calls them. Yes, I'm sure they are business videos because eating on camera and doing that kind of content is her business. So yeah, it is a business video, just not a regular kind of business. I'm glad that the beezers are starting to wake up. Why have that set up in your room if you don't do feedy content? Why indeed? Enigma 2025 says, I wonder if she was with Natter. Oh, yeah. Why indeed? She was driving all over the place. And Foodie hates to go anywhere unless there's a specific reason or purpose. So why did she rent the car? If she just wanted fast food, she could have it delivered. If she wanted Pete's to visit her, she would just tell him to get on the bus and come down. Why get the car? And that's because of a certain somebody that lives far away and she needs the car for that. Aw. This from Massimo. In 2001, rescuers discovered the almost impossible. A bear, a lion, and a tiger cub surviving together in a basement with no one knowing what would happen next. So like the whole story of this bear, tiger cub, and lion, they were just little. And they were raised in a basement and they actually became friends. And then they went to a sanctuary where they stayed for 15 years. I think the tiger passed away first, then the lion, and then the bear, but they all lived together in harmony. They loved each other. And when they were separated from one another, they became very distressed. So look at that. A bear, a lion, and a tiger, best of friends, because they grew up together. They looked at each other as family. And here's something for y'all. Volcaholic says, no power, no tech, just river flow. Traditional Romanian washing machines work by redirecting river water into circular basin, creating a whirlpool that spins and washes items nonstop. Hey, pretty innovative. What a great idea. I only have one question though. I imagine that works really well up until winter. So when winter comes and it gets really, really cold and things start freezing, what do you do for washing your clothes? Just a thought, but what a design. Hey, like a modern washing machine, man. That's one heck of a spin cycle you got there. Lori says, Foodie Beauty kick recap. Girl, you just outed her whole business model. And this has to do with the Foodie comment we just saw. Okay, all of you gardeners out there, how about making a frog hotel for the peepers? Lady V says, just when I think I've seen it all, it's a do-it-yourself frog hotel. I may have to have one of those, Ribbit. Look! So they're making a little frog hotel for the peepers. Little PVC pipe. And look, the peepers love it. It gives them a safe place to hang out, get away from predators. They'll hang out in there. Look! Frog hotel. So all of you people that you've got gardens and backyards and you like the sound of peepers, consider making a frog hotel for those peepers amongst your plants. And check this out from Lou saying this is an actual 1925 Sears catalog house. They look better than most of the houses being built today. So this 1925 Sears catalog home, it cost the person $2,800 and it's still standing and it still works. It's just too doggone bad that houses don't cost $2,800 anymore. Why they gotta be so doggone expensive? Yikes! Snarky priests. Hey, Snarky. Foodie Beauty, holy bulgy eye, her uncontrolled type 2 diabetes is showing. My goodness. What is going on with your eyes, Foodie? What in the world? That is nightmare fuel. You need to go see a doctor. Kristen says Foodie Beauty is still alone in the rental car, driving aimlessly in circles around Cornwall, pointing out notable places. Highlights so far include a house that a PDF file lived in, a motel alleged to have bed bugs, the pizza place she ate at when she lived in a group home, a parking garage someone jumped off the roof of, the house where she put her poop in the freezer, the street that prostitutes hang out on. She's regaling viewers with all those sunny memories and bangers like this one. Let's watch.
Yeah, my friend used to take me to parties with all these hockey guys, and I was so like, they just were like brainless. Like they didn't, like, I don't know. They were just stupid guys, honestly. I didn't have any fun. Nobody likes the chubby girl anyways.
So y'all just saw a piece of what you were missing. Just her driving aimlessly around. It was her birthday. She could have made it fun. She could have just sat right down before she left and decided, you know what? I know some places that I've been wanting to visit, and I'm going to go there and I'm going to have fun. But no, she just drove around aimlessly when she could have sat down and said, hey, I'm going to make today fun for myself and my viewers. I'm sure she came online looking for those birthday super chats. Well, guess what? You're not going to get a whole lot if you're not doing anything fun. You might get some, but you're not going to get the most. And I'm sure she was looking at for the most. Speaking of super chats and bits and donations, I did see, Chantal, that you were on your live stream on Kick, dry begging again. Why are you dry begging? Why are you dry begging for money again? Girl, you are in an apartment that costs you $2,000 plus a month, and you're spending thousands on fast food. You're probably pulling in like $6-7 grand a month. You got plenty of money. You just use it the wrong way. For those people that might consider donating to Foodie, I am not telling you how to spend your money. You can do what you want with your own money. I'm just asking you to use a bit of common sense. If she's getting takeout every single day, if she's ordering at least $100 in takeout a day and gaining weight like nobody's business, she's fine. She doesn't need money. If she's eating that takeout like crazy, if she's going to get coffee and going to the movies and renting a car, she doesn't need your money. If you need your money, put it back in your own pocket. Don't give it to Foodie. because she's not in need of, she doesn't need the money, she just wants the money. There's a difference. Fair Fiasco says nothing says good pet owner like your cat laying in a pile of garbage on the couch. Yep, poor BG. Although I will say, let's give a round of applause for BG because she jumped on Foodie's TV and basically ruined it. Good girl, BG. She jumped on top of that TV and made it crash to the ground, and it no longer works. Good girl. BG's revenge. Speaking of TVs, something interesting that happened with Foodie. So apparently, Chantal lost her phone, her second phone, allegedly. Now, here's what's weird. Any of us, if we lost something like that, we'd be in a panic, right? Of course we would. It's iPhones, a big new phone. Those things aren't cheap. She's not panicked about it. Although phones are how she makes content, why is she not panicked? Kind of feels like she knows where the phone is at, but she's not panicked. But also, when you lose something, ladies and gentlemen, what do? What is the first thing you do? You say to yourself, where was the last place I saw it? And you start looking around. Foodie wasn't panicked and she wasn't looking around. I think she knows where the phone is at. And I think the reason why she's not panicked is because it's with he who shall not be named. I think she left the phone over at his place, or she gave the phone to him or something. And that's why she's like, I lost my other phone. I don't know where it is. She's not like worried. Anybody else would be worried. So that's another interesting thing that happened. 10KD says, you can hear her stomach, LMAO. Let's listen.
Man, that just came on like. Thank you.
Ooh, that sounded like a very upset tummy. That little squeaky sounding noise, that was her tummy. That sounds like a very upset tummy. Yikes. Chantal, you need to slow it down with the fast food girlfriend. Slow it down. I honestly don't know why you're taking the Ozempic. If you are still taking it, you shouldn't be taking it anyway. What is the point of taking it if you're just going to eat your way through it? Or, question, is that a new thing with your feedies? It might be a new thing with your feedies. Like a niche within a niche. The feedies want you to take the Ozempic and they want you to eat your way through it. It gives them some sort of thrill for you to take Ozempic and eat your way through it and cause yourself gastrointestinal distress, which also might make the poo fetish guys happy as well. Okay, dried up Twitter hag says, Bahaha, happy birthday. Doc Remy LeBeau says, BG knocked the TV down and broke it. If Chantal was even remotely mobile, she could have possibly stopped it. Look at how long it takes her just to move from seal position to sitting. Let's listen.
No. Fucking cat. Why did you do that?
Well, Chantal, if you were a good cat owner versus just claiming to be one, that wouldn't have happened. If you had been looking at BG and paying attention to BG, then her getting on top of the TV would not have happened like that. But you're so busy looking at yourself in your phone, you weren't paying attention. If you have a cat, then you should know, especially young kittens, they want to climb on everything. They'll climb on high shelves. They will climb on anywhere high. They like to be high up. It's a cat thing. They just like, they want to be high up. And the TV is a high point. She's exploring and she wants to be high up. But that happened because that's your fault. But good girl, BG. Get back at her for not giving you proper food and water. Good girl. Do y'all want to see a clip of the stream she did with Pete's? Let's watch. And this is courtesy of Kristen.
Yeah, Tracy. Hello.
And again, I said what I said before about Pete's. If I were Pete's, someone like Chantal invited me out for their birthday, I would not take it as a compliment. Chantal has, backup sodas and backup sandwiches. He's essentially the backup friend. Like, she didn't want to be alone on her birthday. She considers that to be kind of humiliating. So Pete's is the backup guy to keep her from being alone on her birthday. She's always treating him like a backup. So that's what he was there for, to be the backup friend and the backup guy, because the one she really wanted to spend her birthday with said, nope, I don't want to spend time with you. So he's the backup guy.
Aussie.
Aussie girl. Yeah, hi, Carrie.
Hi, Tracy.
Can't see. Hey, guys. Chili Chi. Candace, honey.
Hi, was it chili? Might have been chili.
Chili Chi.
Ollie.
Hey, girl. Thank you, Seven. Thank you, Katie. I look good. Do you like my chicken hat?
Good old days, yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh my. Oh my. Y'all give me a second. That's worthy of a thumbnail right there. You know what, Chantal? I will give it to you. You are very photogenic. I get such great pictures of you. And I'm saving that one for my thumbnail. But that's nightmare fuel. That expression right there is nightmare fuel. Yikes. What do you say? What do you say?
Dear hello. Hello, happy joys. Mena.
All this talk that Chantal did about her birthday. This is what she did for her birthday, just sitting in the car talking with Pete's. This is the best you can do, Foodie? If it's what you wanted to do, okay, but I honestly don't think it's what you wanted to do. It's what you could do, because your original plans fell through. This was like the backup plan. I'm just going to grab up Pete's and we're going to spend time together because I really wanted to party with you know who and couldn't. So this is the backup plan.
Hello, people.
Thank you, Moonchild. I've been out all day. And I'm still not even close to being home. So, hey, Prunella. Thank you.
Like old times, yeah.
Gabrielle. Like old times. Hello. Jan Pete.
Anybody noticing something? This is really, really weird to me. So Chantal is like 5 feet tall. She's short. And I'm sure Pete's is taller than she is. So why is it that he's lower down in the seat than she is? How is it that she looks taller than him here?
Where have I been? On Kick. Hey, Orange.
I just have to question. Pete's, did you purposely make yourself smaller so that Chantal could be more in the spotlight? Like, this is something that you've always done with her. Like, she's a star. This is her channel. So you always like sit back and she moves forward so that she's got more of the attention. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here.
I think she means where have you
Thanks,
been
Chili
today?
Cheese. Oh boy, many places. I did a vlog. I'm gonna work on it maybe tonight or tomorrow. Hey, Beard.
Hey, April.
Carried Issa P. Thank you. Hi, Patty. Thank you. I had a really good day, Gab. Thank you. I'm 42 today. How old do I look? How old do I look?
Uh-oh. How old does she look? Well, again, not to be mean, Chantal, but you just turned 42. You look older than that. Let's put it that way.
62.
Oh, go Pete's.
Oh, don't be facetious. Beeson was Pete.
He's not. He's being truthful.
We did not get Chinese.
No, strawberries is going to be 16,
Yeah.
37, 26.
Yeah, strawberries
35?
is going to be heartbroken. We did not go to Jack Lee's. We considered it. We did consider Jack Lee's, but it looked too busy. No parking.
We went to King George.
Hey, Buttercup.
Hello.
Use her as Buttercup, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
She refuses to change her
Thanks, Karen.
username.
Hey, Hex, why did she refuse?
Hi, Julia.
Oh, nice, chef.
Because YouTube's the one who fucked up.
Oh. Hey, Julia. Jack Lee's makes me think karate.
Can I ask you something, Chantal? You're not even around Salah right now. Why are you still doing the baby voice with Pete's? Like, is that like an automatic thing that when you get around a guy, the baby voice comes out?
We are not living together now.
Hey, Ida. Do you kind of like living alone? It's kind of freed up, peaceful, isn't it? Sort of.
There are nice things about it, and there are
Thank
shitty things about it.
Oh, really, Candace? Yeah, well, that's true. Pizza needs an Obu. Thank you, Carrie. Hope you and Minnie are well. Hey, Beeson out west.
You know what? I hope that at some point Pete does get a new girlfriend. But the moment that he gets somebody in his life, she's going to flip all the way out. Because then she will have lost control of Pete's. And he'll move on to somebody else. I hope that that happens at some point. He can finally detach away from her. And she will have no more influence over him.
39.40? Well, I'm right about there. I'm 42.
We did eat dinner. We went to King George. We had pizza.
We shared Cornwall pizza. Having your own bathroom.
Thanks, Zach.
Cake? No, I have a bunch of other junk food.
You know, forgive me for asking this, Chantal, but watching this clip, like, you keep messing around with your mouth. Do you got cotton mouth? Like, a lot of people have been noticing lately, you're doing something strange with your lips, like curl them against your teeth. What is going on with that?
Food at home. We shared, okay, a medium, but.
Well, we each had 2 pieces.
Yeah, and my piece
So we could have actually gone with a small.
Yeah, because, well, the thing is like we got one big, like.
Okay.
Hey, green grapes. Is Nordic Swedish?
Yeah, I mean, Norway.
They don't want to get sued for saying Swedish berries.
I won't be doing a gaming stream tonight.
So you'll get them next week. Right?
Yep.
Gave him the meatloaf.
Okay, I'm not going to torture you guys by making you watch all of it. But you see what's going on here. This was the live that she chose to delete. And she claims it was because she was hanging out with Pete's and she wasn't supposed to. Again, I don't think Salah would care. What does he care? He's got bigger fish to fry over in Syria right now. They're not married. They're not legally married. So how would he get in trouble? Why would he care? But she chose to delete it. Maybe she was afraid that if Salah saw the footage that he would get mad at her and ghost her finally. But anyway, like that happened. Les Nessman's secretary says, Foodie Beauty has decided that having a car is not for her. Why? Because she hates the apartment complex gave her temporary parking that's too far for her to walk, giving excuses for not like being outside and staying inside her apartment. I'm sure the parking wasn't that far away. Like, I don't think that that's the reason why she doesn't have a car. She just doesn't want to spend money on a car right now. Girly Pop Rock says, Cutie, you're in danger. MJK23 says, y'all, I hate Foodie Beauty, but anyone not blocked needs to encourage her to go to urgent care. She has pancreatitis. She says she's pooping bile. As a direct result of her injecting too much Ozempic too soon, not getting treatment can cause unaliving. And I actually looked up pancreatitis, like what it was and what it can do. And Foodie, they ain't kidding. You are in danger, girl. I looked it up, and I'm looking it up again right now. So y'all want to see? I mean, because we're about education here, sharing information with each other. So I don't know what Foodie has, okay? But she did say that she's pooping bile. This is not a good sign. And she has been doing she's on metformin, she's on insulin, and she's taking Ozempic. And I don't know what whack doctor gave her these things. I know that Shmi has been prescribed Ozempic, and she's in the healthcare profession, and maybe she can get it from Chantal. I don't know if that's where she got it, but any doctor worth his degree who knows about somebody taking insulin and metformin, I don't think they would give somebody Ozempic, because all three together is just trouble. So pancreatitis is an inflammation of the pancreas. Inflammation is the body's natural immune response to injury or irritation. It can lead to swelling, pain, and changes in how the pancreas works. The pancreas is a long, flat gland that's tucked behind the stomach. The pancreas helps the body digest food and regulates blood sugar. Pancreatitis can be an acute condition. This means it can appear suddenly and can be mild or severe. Chronic pancreatitis is a long-term condition that does not heal or improve. The damage to the pancreas can get worse over time and cause permanent scarring. Here are some of the symptoms. Pain in the upper belly that may feel worse after eating. Pain in the upper belly that radiates the back or shoulders. Tenderness when touching the belly, fever, fast heartbeat, nausea or vomiting, shortness of breath. Chronic pancreatitis symptoms may include constant pain in the upper belly, belly pain that feels worse after eating, losing weight without trying, diarrhea, oily, smelly stools, symptoms of diabetes mellitus, such as excessive thirst, hunger, and urination. Okay, and causes. The pancreas has two major roles. It produces insulin, which helps the bodies manage and use sugars. The pancreas also produces dietary juices called enzymes that help with digestion. The pancreas makes and stores turned off versions of these enzymes. After the pancreas sends the enzymes into the small intestine, they are turned on and break down proteins in the small intestine. If the enzymes are turned on too soon, they can start acting like digestive juices inside the pancreas. Ouch! This action can irritate, damage, or destroy cells. This in turn leads to immune system responses that can cause swelling and other actions that can affect how the pancreas works. Several conditions can lead to acute pancreatitis, including blockage in the bile duct caused by gallstones, heavy alcohol use or cigarette smoking, certain medicines, which she's on medicines, high triglyceride levels in the blood, which she's taking the metformin and all that. High calcium levels in the blood, pancreatic cancer, injuries from endoscopy, trauma, or surgery. Conditions that can lead to chronic pancreatitis include heavy alcohol use or cigarette smoking, damage from repeated acute pancreatitis, inherited conditions of the pancreas, high triglyceride levels in the blood, autoimmune condition of the pancreas. All right. Risk factors. And I think Foodie is also smoking, cigarette smoking. People who smoke cigarettes are 3 times more likely to develop pancreatitis than people who don't smoke. Obesity. People with a body mass index of 30 or higher are at an increased risk for pancreatitis. Diabetes. People with diabetes have an increased risk of pancreatitis, or if you got a family history of it. Complications. All right, Foodie, here's a section that you need to pay attention to. Listen. Kidney failure. Acute pancreatitis may result in the kidneys not filtering waste from the blood. Artificial filtering, called dialysis, may be needed for a short-term or long-term treatment. Breathing problems. Acute pancreatitis can cause changes in how the lungs work, causing the level of oxygen in the blood to fall dangerously low levels. Infection. Acute pancreatitis can make the pancreas vulnerable to infections. Pancreatic infections are serious and require intensive treatment such as surgery or other procedures to remove the infected tissue. Pseudocyst. Acute and chronic pancreatitis can cause fluid and debris to collect in a pocket in the pancreas called a pseudocyst. A large pseudocyst that ruptures can cause complications such as internal bleeding and infection. Malnutrition. With chronic pancreatitis, the pancreas may not produce enough enzymes for the digestive system. This can lead to malnutrition, diarrhea, and weight loss. Osteoporosis. Chronic pancreatitis that can cause malnutrition can weaken the bones. This can lead to increased risk of fractures. Diabetes. Diabetes can develop when chronic pancreatitis damages cells that produce insulin. Pancreatic cancer. Long-standing inflammation in the pancreas can increase the risk of pancreatic cancer. You hear all that, Foodie? Did you hear it? So I don't know what's going on with you. I have no idea. A doctor could tell you, but you need to pay attention to your body. Your body is fighting back on all this stuffing yourself stupid. Okay. What else we got here? Let's see. Shoe Gal says, Chantal has eaten herself into looking legitimately deformed. You really got to get that swollen cheek and blank mouth looked at, cutie. She also claims she doesn't care that she let herself go and she's okay with that. Like, yeah, she's given up. She has absolutely given up, and that is her choice. I mean, it's her body. I mean, she's making the choice to give up. Sarah Abbey says, Foodie Beauty believes she can get any man she wants. And with that wide range, she chose Peeps, Natter, and Salah. Of those 3, 2 expect to be paid. Chantal, you're telling us with the endless choice, you chose losers and themselves don't want you, but you chose that, right, idiot? And she can get any man she wants, and she chose them. Okay. Robert Crazy Man Troll says she's annoyed that Pizza is actively engaging with the chat. They're discussing things other than food and her. She pivots back to food to get the attention on her again. It's like she never likes when somebody else that she brings onto her chat gets more attention than her. So it's always got to be on her. Always. C'est la vie says Foodie Beauty rushing to poop while running around Cornwall. I believe she pooped her pants right as she was leaving the car. So let's watch the clip.
Hope I make it. The KFC is still open.
And I'm sorry, Chantal. Under normal circumstances with other people, I would feel bad if it happened to them, but you really can't feel bad for someone that you know that your body is ill. You know you're on the Ozempic and the metformin and the insulin and you're diabetic and this has happened before. So how can I feel bad for you when you do this to yourself? You caused this to happen.
Oh, I hit the red light. Oh my god, please. Please.
Like you choose to do the bee eating, you choose to stuff yourself stupid, and then you wonder why this happens. Again, your body is fighting back. It's saying, no more of this, please. We are overloaded. We are overworked. If I didn't know any better, I swear that you like to do this, as unpleasant as it looks. You set yourself up for it. No pity, no sympathy.
Yeah, I would give the housemaid, I don't know, kind of the ending was pretty stupid. But it wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but it was okay. It was entertaining, but I don't know. Missed the turtle.
I mean, I have to ask you, Chantal, I know the poo fetish guys probably love this, but I'm curious. Does this all kind of play into the feety fetish as well? Like, yeah, it's so sexy. She eats so much food that she's pooping her pants. She can't control herself. Is that a feety fetish thing too? And I'm just going to say it. I have to say it. My opinion, I don't think Chantal should be behind the wheel. Period. I don't think she should be driving. You guys just heard her try to turn the steering wheel, right? You heard like the rustle of the fabric. That means the steering wheel is right up against her stomach. That's not safe driving. That's number one. Number two, she can't turn her head. Number three, she's got bad eyesight, daytime or night. So she shouldn't be driving because of that. Four, and this is important, she's at risk for a medical emergency. If she gets behind the wheel and she starts to go into a heart attack or a stroke or something, or even a seizure, she could potentially hurt somebody. She could lose control of herself within the car and cause an accident. So she does not need to be driving for her own safety and for the safety of the other people on the road. She cannot drive safely. So I don't know if there's anybody, renting cars for Chantal. I don't know if it's Shmi or one of the Beezers, but listen, real talk. She shouldn't be driving. It's not safe for her to drive. It's not safe for her, and it's not safe for people on the road. She could get into an accident quite easily.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yep, she pooed her pants. Again, no pity for that. She set herself up for that. Doc Remy LeBeau says Foodie Beauty's birthday stream has turned into a bathroom tour of Cornwall. Look how exhausted she is just from walking to the bathroom. How in the heck did she think she was going to vacation in Malaysia for a month? Well, what she thinks about, what she wants to do versus what she could actually do are two different things. I think she's comfortable taking the vacation in her mind, just thinking about it, because if you think about it, you don't have to go anywhere. But once you try to turn thoughts into reality, that's when things become not so pleasant. But the way she's going, if she keeps going the way she's going, girlfriend's going to be bedbound. And the only trip she's going to be taking is to the hospital or a nursing home. So you do you, Chantal. You do you.
Oh, I'm stuck. Yep. My stomach. Okay.
You know, not to be rude, Chantal, but if you're getting a workout just getting in a car, it's time to put the fork down. Let me change that. It's time. It's not just time to put the fork down. It's time to, stop the deliveries. Okay, no more fast food. Fast food's got to go. I mean, like, at what point do you realize you've gone too far? You have gone too far, and this needs to stop. Like, no more fast food, okay? Pamuk Prenenses says, she said, quote, my aunt brought me up the car. We've been right all along. She can't even rent a car. It has to be rented for her, 42 years old. Well, why didn't she rent it? Does she not want the car in her name? That's interesting. Sarah Abbey says, surprise, the only time Foodie Beauty hangs out with Pete's is because it's her birthday. Every move she makes is self-serving. She deserves the brain she has that keeps her in a constant loop of making wrong decisions. And repeated, Pete's is too desperate to realize as she uses him. I think he realizes it. He just cares about her. But I think to a certain degree, he's over her crap. He's not so enthralled with Foodie anymore. He's just kind of doing her a favor, make her feel better. Honestly. Les Nessman's secretary says, Foodie Beauty, there you are in a rental car, tooling around Cornwall on your birthday. One thing that is ever so present, how you can hardly turn the steering wheel in that car. We can all hear it whistling and whining through that polyester shirt of yours every time you try to turn the wheel. Yep. And again, unsafe driving. Because if the steering wheel is right up against her stomach, if something happened and she had to put on the brakes or something, or somebody even tapped her car, that steering wheel is going to basically cut her in half. She can't react fast enough if she's wedged in there. Lord Almighty. Dot Mitten says, holy crap, what happened to her having a neck? Hey, that's a talent, Dot. Foodie can do something that I can't do. She can touch her chin to her chest. That is a natural talent. I'm jealous. I'm just so jealous of that. Foodie, you are a talented one indeed. I wish I had that talent. I'm a jealous moron, just like Goose Chuck said. Okay, y'all want to know what we've been missing? Two-Tailed Keeper says, Chantal's content so far today is eat food that looks like crap, takes a crap, drink something that makes her bowels irritable, drive to go take another crap, while talking about the previous crap she had. Is it Chantal's birthday or Salah's? There's really no difference here. Really no difference. Really no difference. Lori says, Foodie Beauty. She wouldn't have any content then. DFG High says, gas is too expensive to ride around for no reason. We can see all this on past lives and videos. Well, she doesn't care. She's going to do what she wants to do. She doesn't care if it's boring or not. She always takes the easy way out. Debbie's World says, big titty pretty girl, Kybella, Red Room Girl, Sitting at Lunch with Arm Around Girl. These are the cheats that we know of while he lived with her in the same apartment. Now he lives in another country. He's been with at least 30 women. Right? He's probably like, if he's got access to women, I'm sure he's having a fine time. Yikes. Jump scare. And this is what she did for her birthday, eating poutine. That's exactly why I'm not reacting to it. It's just her being boring and eating a bunch of food. Next, Lori Comp says Foodie Beauty wedged into that car. So here's a personal picture of Foodie. Here's a screenshot. Thank you, Lori. So she is wedged into that car. There's no room to speak of, no vacancy. So y'all can see now why I say that it's dangerous for her to drive. She cannot move at all. How in the world can she like press the pedals and all that? She can't. All right, and that's it for the Twitter peeps. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all take care and have a good one. Bye.